I don't know why, I just kind of assumed that. It's been like a few weeks since we did like a proper, we're not doing this. It's been a few weeks since we did like a proper one anyway, so I was a bit like, I just thought, do you want to go, do you remember the O particle? And
You're not sharing your screen.
of course I'm not. I'm sharing my screen to everyone else. Here we go. But do you remember the O particle, or do you need to go over it again? Not that like you're not ever going to practice it again, because you're going to be doing it like every single lesson.
I do remember the O particle. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's go on to the next part.
Hang on 1 second. Hang on.
No.
What am I doing? Help!
Oh my gosh.
Up. What's happening?
Oh wait, what?
This is me.
Okay.
This is me. I have no clue what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's really annoying because I need like the Windows specific screen to capture, and it just takes a second.
Yeah. Let's turn you up, actually. I've just realized it's probably quite quiet. And I feel like if Volpe's here, he'll probably come in a second and be like, it's really quiet.
Make her louder.
There we go. It's always, I can hear you, but
I'm quiet.
yeah.
Which is ironic because I'm not a quiet person.
I think it's just because I have the volume quite low on my iPad.
Okay, everyone should be able to see that. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Chapter 24.
Okay, we have some words. If there's any words you don't know, I feel like as well around now is when we're gonna start. I want to slow it down a bit and maybe do like a chapter per lesson. It might end up still being like two, but around now is kind of gonna be the part where you're like, oh, this is stuff I don't just know or haven't like done a bit of self-studying to. Especially some of these words.
Yeah, and I've deleted Duolingo, so.
Oh, it's gone.
I know. It's gone. I deleted it because I was like, I can't have something making me feel like shit, dude.
Can't have a bird. Okay, our first one is one that I feel like everyone. I don't know. Oh, my phone just fell. Sorry, anyone watching. Oh, there we go. The audio is all right. Lovely. But
you're like, finally. Yes.
But the phone fell over, so the video is not all right. That'll do.
You can't have one thing.
I can't. Pixie could be louder. Pixie probably could be louder.
Can she be louder?
Oh, it's not letting me do it though, so maybe she can't.
Sorry, I should bring the microphone closer.
No, it's on my side, but my like Discord's frozen. Okay, we're not doing that. She's just gonna be quiet. Hi, King Jensen. Okay, so we have Ema. You're not gonna get confused with now because you never say like they're not like interchangeable, you know, it's not like living room, I live in a house or something like that. Now I live in a house. Now let's go to school. Living room, let's go to school. They're just so yeah, they have the same way of saying it, but Ima is not now in this case. Do these work? No, I think the sound doesn't work on these ones yet. This was the ones I was like, I'm just gonna put them in here. We have, I'm gonna get you to say it. So how do you say living room?
Ema.
Okay. Movie, ega.
Ega.
And then we have movie theater, ega kan.
Ega kan.
The kan part is literally like like room. Yeah, no, it's kind of like more like building. Yeah.
Oh, so like building for movies.
Yes, the movie building. Okay, we then have cafe. I think of these cafes as more of like a traditional cafe, but honestly, that's probably more a me thing than an actual thing. Yeah. In my head, if it's like modern, it's a cafe, and if it's kind of more like an older Japanese cafe, it's a kisaten. But I'm not sure that's the actual rule.
Fair. So it's more like a tea house, or would that have its own specific?
Yeah. I think I actually think again, this is a me thing. I think I often translate it to tea house, but again, it's probably just a bit more of like in my head because it's the traditional word for a cafe. That's the more kind of traditional
Mm.
thing, whereas like a cafe is like like it's a newer one. But maybe
So it's like
that's just me.
pub versus bar. Like you can have a
Yeah,
traditional pub, but they're not like a bar.
yeah. I feel like there's someone
Yeah.
listening, like, why have you done this to our language? That is not how it works. But yeah, so kisaten.
Kisatan.
Cool. There's also, oh no, this I feel like I'm advertising something. There's a cafe.
Tidbit.
There's a cafe in Kyoto that I absolutely love called Kisa Master, and I guess that first bit is the
Ah,
Kisa part.
yeah, you sent that one to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't
and
even go to Kyoto, so I went for like the afternoon.
probably a good choice to be honest. I love.
Actually, no, we went super early in the morning and then we went back really late at night because we were like, screw that noise.
It's just too big. It's genuinely one of my favorite cities, so I get why it's busy, but it's also too busy and it annoys me.
It's scary to think like when we went to the bamboo forest at like 8 o'clock, there was people there, but it was you could walk through. It was pretty chill.
Mhm.
But when we did the route and then we walked back, there was people queuing down
Yep,
the road to
yep.
get in, and I was like, "There's so many other like no offense,
It's a
sorry Kyoto,
terrible bamboo forest. Sorry, carry
it's
on.
awful. It's a horrible bamboo forest.
Yep,
It's like so mid.
yep,
Like there's so many nicer ones.
yep.
Like there's some like outside of Tokyo, like loads of different places. Like, what are you doing? Like, why just go into this one?
My local park has a wall of bamboo, and honestly, it's always free. Can always take a picture, you know.
Literally, no one would know. You can just
Yeah.
tag it wherever you want. No one's gonna know.
Hashtag Kyoto at midday.
Yeah.
um, but no, it's not a good one. I completely agree. I went to one in Beppu actually, not by choice. It just happened to
Oh,
be
nice.
in the park, and it wasn't great. I will say that. Like somehow, even the one in Kyoto was a bit better, in that like it was a bit more thick. But it was quiet. There was no one there, and I was just like, oh, this
Yeah.
is really nice.
And also, every picture's fake now anyway. You either have to go to that one and remove people from your photo, or you go to a more sparse bamboo forest and just AI generate bloody bamboo. Like, what? Pick your poison.
So when I was there, I think I went about 6 a.m. or something like that, and there was a lot of actual photographers there that were like, "We need
Yeah.
to get it now." And what we kind of did as a little team was we walked in a horizontal line to make sure we weren't in each other's pictures.
Yeah, exactly. It's so respectful.
We were just
Like,
like, yeah,
I've got over 2 hours of footage to edit for Japan, but so much of it is me trying to not like
get
film
people.
people
Yep,
and without their consent and get in people's way. So a lot of it is like me in quite like uncharacteristic areas because I
yep.
just yeah. Also, what I didn't like about Kyoto. Sorry not to shit on Kyoto, everyone, but what is with the whole like market in the middle of
Oh, it's too
the
busy.
temple?
Yeah, do you mean the wait, do you mean the one like in the middle of the city? No? Different
Yeah,
one? Yeah.
yeah,
The inside
the one
one.
like
It's kind
no,
of
it's
inside.
outside.
Oh,
The one
in
that's outside of like the main temple. It's got the big cherry tree blossom,
there's a market there?
and there's a market
In
because literally,
Kyomizu Dera?
I believe so. It was
Maybe.
wild.
Is
Just
it
like
a
market
pop-up one? Are
stalls.
you sure it's not like
Yeah,
for some kind of oh maybe I don't think it was there when I went. Maybe it was and I completely ignored it.
it's just like at the night times.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
Oh, I've never been up at night. No, I don't
and I
think.
was really spun out, and I was like, "Why is there a market here in like
Yeah.
a holy temple? Like this is spinning me out."
No, I didn't know. I
Yeah.
Hey girlies. We did like oh I guess moon. We did so when I went like to Japan for my the first time with my university, they took us on like a little tour and I'm pretty sure, and I could be completely misremembering this, but I don't think I am. We went to Kyomizu and it was quiet. This was like
Mm.
2020. It was quiet. It was
Yeah,
empty.
2020 though. Since 2020, that is it. There's
Yeah.
been crazy booms, isn't there?
Yeah.
But it's an oversaturation in a very specific parts of areas. Like we did the cycle trail
Yeah.
around the islands, and there was bloody no one. Actually, we saw the same 5 people because they were doing the same trail as us.
Yeah. It's just that everyone goes to it's so annoying because like even I'm gonna go with friends and I kind of have to recommend them the big three because like that is the big three. It's the thing that everyone wants to do. But then it's like I feel weird because I'm like, I want everyone to go to different places. And here I am with like going with friends. And like obviously I'm gonna take them to other places as well that like other
Yeah.
people wouldn't go to. But it's so hard to be like, ugh, everyone's so annoying because they will go to the same places when
Yeah.
like I would do the same.
Yeah, and also like Osaka is so nice and there's so much going on.
Yeah.
We left just as the expo started, which I'm really
Ooh,
happy about because it's been
yeah.
a while there the last few weeks. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure.
I would have not stayed in Kyoto because I would have just been so stressed for
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah. There are lovely
Yeah.
places in Kyoto as well. Like it's like a bit out of the center, but yeah, it's kind of. Anyway, let's let's go because otherwise we're gonna be here for like half an hour. Like Kyoto is this. I-
Kyoto is bad. Tourists make Kyoto bad. Kyoto's not bad.
Okay, we then have bedroom, which is shinshitsu.
Shinshitsu.
So
That's
much
good because
talking.
I shit myself.
Okay, next one. We have animals, which is dobutsu. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. This last little thing is like the kanji for thing. So this last little thing is the kanji for thing. This last little kanji is the kanji for thing. And this first one is the kanji for to move. So I guess animal is literally like
Moving thing.
the moving
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Gross.
I'm just gonna see if there's any. Also, I guess going over some of these other kanji, like just in case it is interesting. Living room, I do not care much for that kanji. Leave me alone. No, trying to zoom in. Okay, I'll do. First one's that'll do. That'll do. That will do. We can still see it. Okay, so that last kanji here. I mean, we have tea, so literally tea room, tea shop is happening there. Something about tea is happening in here. And then we have shop. That last kanji, shop. It's in mise. If you want to go to the mise, you want to go to the shop, and that is that kanji. We have room and sleep. Sleep room.
Perfect.
I'm actually saying that. I'm pretty sure that's sleep. Me like, wait, what my kanji again? So sleeping room. Shinshitsu. We have, yeah, those ones. This one is this
Like, I don't know.
this one is off the top of my head. Who knows? Garden. I was gonna say park, and then I was like, it's not park. Yeah, so you got your little animal garden. What have we got here? We got.
You're like, I can't do anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, what after? This
That's
one.
because garden is it's not the same.
Don't throw that at me.
Sorry, it's not though. I'm gonna just tell you now.
Yeah, it's a different
Garden, but
different type of garden. That's a front. It's it's the little gardens you have in your like garden, and that's more like a
it's
big.
a garden for gardens.
Yes, that is the garden. The other one is the garden.
Love that.
I wonder if this translates it to something different. Oh, Mandarin. Okay, thank you.
It's like anyway, Chinese.
Okay, we then have beddo. Oh wait, no, we don't. We then have dobutsuen, which is zoo.
Dobutsuen.
We then have niwa, which is garden. I feel like everyone forgets that one as well, but it's kind of, I don't know, I just think it sounds kind of cute.
Does.
We then have beddo,
Beddo.
which is, take a guess.
Probably bed.
Yep. Okay, we then have uma, which is horse. I kind of like this kanji. I wouldn't say I think it looks like a horse, but I feel like someone could convince me it looks like a horse.
Sometimes you speak in riddles and it's so funny. You're like, I wouldn't say it looks like a horse, but someone could convince me it looks like a horse. It's like, okay.
Riddle. The riddle teacher.
Someone could convince me of anything if they tried hard enough. I'm not suggestible. I thought it like a boat.
If you can remember that the boat kanji is a horse, then yeah. I don't even know what you guys doing. I'm just
like the boats of the land.
We're meant to be doing a Japanese lesson, but we'll see.
We're trying, guys. We're making learning fun.
It's nice that you're learning. Infuriating. Okay.
I'm learning theory. Ushi.
Yep, Ushi, cow. This one you can't convince me. Maybe I was gonna say maybe from above. Maybe it's like the ribs.
What are you doing? Where are you going? You're like playing 5D chess when you look at anything, and I'm like.
I feel like the reason I can't make kanji mnemonics is I would be like, yes, this is obviously a cow from above, and everyone would be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then you'll be like going beautiful mind, drawing it all out, like. Like, let her cook.
But okay, what I'm actually gonna go for this one. It gets bigger in the middle above, like, you know, so the big line is kind of like the middle part, the fattest part of the cow. And then I don't know, maybe that's the tail at the top. Can I like
sure thing, chicken wing.
Okay. We then have tori, which is
I know that one.
Yay, bird.
That one looks suspiciously similar to horse, which I don't like.
It also looks really similar to island, which you will also not like. So yeah.
Okay, cool. That's really beautiful.
I could find a way to make that look like a bird as well, but yeah. Anyway.
No.
We then have some verbs. We have to leave, which is deru.
Deru.
Yeah, to leave, to exit, to deru. We then have let's make. I feel like there's probably a great mnemonic for it. Oh, actually, just as a note,
like he's running. That looks like he's running. That first one looks like they're running.
That's probably better than whatever I would have gone for, like his little legs. I was gonna say, so it looks like two mountains because it looks like the mountain kanji with another mountain. I don't know, maybe you're exiting past two mountains. I don't know what we're going for. I like your running. What was I gonna say? This one you'll see on signs in like the subway, in exits, usually with like a little square kanji next to it. Deguchi.
Yes. So a lot of that.
Okay, we then have the particle de, which means at/in. Location. Example sentences. Woo! Please read.
You're like, do not confuse email with now.
Now is a cat in the living room. No, wait, no. There is a cat in the now.
Ima ni neko ga imasu.
Yes.
I'm not going to read what it is in English because it says it.
Cool. I might.
Ega kan de ega. Or arimasu?
Mimas.
Oh, dang it.
I watch a movie at the cinema.
Nimas. The tea room one. Kisaten?
Yeah, kisaten.
Kisaten de hiri. Oh no.
Hiru.
Oh yeah, hirigohang. Oh, tabanas.
Cool. I eat lunch at the cafe. At the kind of like.
I need to like read it 3 times before my brain recognizes what they are.
That's kind of why I do the example sentences, because I was like, I feel like in the actual lesson part, there's not enough examples. Like, we need more.
And it's so hard because your brain, from obviously English, is so used to using the spaces as a way to separate your words.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain is automatically looking for those breaks in the sentences, which is why then I think I struggle. Yeah, like looking for, and even just like looking for like, where is the word? When you get better at kanji, it really does make it easier because you know where the break should be a bit better. It's kind of like seeing that bedo in the middle there, the katakana, you know, where the word ends and begins. Yeah, I usually look for like ni or ga or something like that, but that's really not a great way because there's ga in a lot of words. Garimasu. Yeah, so shin shitsu ni
There is a bed in the bedroom. Ooh.
I bloody hope so. I've been to some apartments where there's not, and it's kind of freaky. Dobutsu and the Dobutsu o mimasu.
Yep, and apparently I did not want the kanji in this one. I see
Didn't.
animals at the zoo.
Dobutsu ni ushi to tori to uma ga arimasu ka?
Yep, Guy Muscat. Are there cows, birds, and horses at the zoo? Probably not. Weird zoo.
That's a weird zoo. I leave the house. Said I never. Uchi ni demasu.
Can't relate. Okay,
Right.
now we go backwards. What is this week's kanji? Because I know you really
Ooh.
like kanji.
Spicy.
I know, we're adding a new little section. No, that's not
New
it.
gamer alert. New gamer alert.
It just like it makes more sense than what's the word? It makes more sense than chucking 50 at you at once. How much I enjoy doing that.
Overexposure.
I'm gonna give. Do you have a
Can you
pen?
send me your? Can you send me the slides that we're up to, so then I can.
I can
write them
do
down?
even better. Some of them are in video form.
Nah.
What? Fine.
Sorry, I want the slides.
Fine. Okay. Whatever.
Sorry to be a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want the slides, mate.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah. I can. I don't think I have. Woa.
You should be able to download them.
No, I can. I can send you the link that lets you look at them
Oh, yeah,
without
just
like editing them. I was gonna say I don't have like there's like 3 lessons in between I don't have just because like the students that I'm on didn't need them. So short you didn't even finish the woa. Sorry, reading comments. Okay, we have reflect.
Oh.
Do you have a pen and pencil? If not, I'm not going to do the stroke order. If so, I'll quickly show you the stroke order.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have a pen and paper? Or yeah, just
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay. I was like, maybe it's just a reaction, like, yeah. Okay, cool.
Wow,
So this one is, I'm like looking at it, like, I hope I know the stroke order for it. Okay, so the first bit is like the sun in there.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of sun. I am adding on radicals as well to my lessons. If you go to kanji 1 at least and 2, you can see the radicals. Just gonna show you because I'm proud.
Love a radical.
So they're getting chucked on there. On this one, maybe not on kanji 1, you can even click on it to see what the radicals are. Ta-da!
That's so attractive to me.
The worst part is as well, like you have made my life so difficult now. But I mean, I was gonna do this anyway someday, and now it's like
my whole life. I'm glad it persists.
But basically, what I discovered whilst actually I've had to study like radicals for this, because I never really cared that much about radicals. Not gonna lie, wasn't for me, and all I've discovered is like there's so many kanji that like even the top websites just can't agree what the radical is for it, or it's just kind of like some say it's this, technically originally it was that, but now it's kind of more common to think of it as this, and I'm like, leave me alone. Don't do that.
Like you made a really good point. I think you were replying to something of like teaching a language versus knowing a language is very, very different. And it's the same with English, right? We're like, oh, we know English, but actually if you went to go and teach English in a different country, you realize actually how much you don't know when you just know a language.
Yep.
Like learning it and actually being able to pass that learning on to someone else who really doesn't have an understanding of your language, so Japanese to English or vice versa, it's really hard. And you realize that you take a lot of stuff for granted, i.e. radicals.
Yeah, no, I think as well, just I guess like with radicals on top of, I mean, what the one thing I will say, like I was a bit kind of like I wouldn't say jealous, but like I was kind of like, I wonder what they teach these as at schools, because like that's
Mm,
what I would really like. A lot of the time, I kind of think, not like trying to big up myself, but I kind of think I'm in a better position than most people who have learnt it natively, because like I've had to learn it from the perspective of someone who's learning it as a second language, which is what I want to teach it as. Um,
yeah, yeah,
but learning the radicals, I was the opposite. I was kinda like, in this one case, I would have liked to have done it the other way around, because I don't even know, like I don't know if, like, in Japan, it depends on what school you go to. Maybe they would teach it as this kanji, maybe they would teach it as that kanji,
yeah.
like, radical, or, if it's very set. I don't know. That's, like, it was just one of the things
It's
that I
really
was
hard,
like,
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
And if you're finding that they don't agree whilst you're looking, that can
Yeah.
be challenging too.
And this was like the top websites as well. So I was just like, oh, what I basically did in the end is I kind of looked at them and chose whichever one I thought made the most sense. Like sometimes it was very obvious that like I think for seven, I think it was, some people had, I can't remember, but it was like some people had decided it looks similar to another kanji. Maybe it was cut or so. I can't remember which kanji it was. So some people decided like, oh, maybe seven, the radical for seven is cut. I might be like saying this completely wrong, and someone might be watching like, no, this isn't the case. Um,
Like, stop talking, peasant.
but I think it's like really obvious that it's not that one. It's actually hook and horizontal line, because it doesn't look like cut. Like it does, but it doesn't. Like it's actually meant to have the horizontal line all the way through. So there's a few that I've done that from, and I've just been kind of like, I'm 99% sure it's that one, and someone in modern time has just gone, oh, it looks similar to that though.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Anyway.
GG's. That sounds really fun. I'm glad I'm not doing it.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm not doing it from your end. This is not what's
You get to
happening.
do it the second way. Having said that, I haven't done the kanji radicals for reflect yet, so I can tell you that the first
Oh,
one is sun.
that's
Um,
good because it helps me. Then I can go back and relearn some of the things that I maybe have just glossed over. So it's not a bad thing.
yes, great. Yes, we'll put it like that. I probably will after this add more radicals to some of the other lessons though, so yeah, they will appear.
Yeah.
That's like my thing at the moment. We'll probably do
I
like
mean, this
20
is
and
for
then
us
I'll
to
give
have a
up.
different discussion, but I wonder how we then integrate that into some game where you can like then link the radical to the kanji.
Yeah, maybe like one where you could like click that we give you a few radicals and like you get to guess what kanji it makes or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
We'll DM on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do what I do all the time though, where I get really excited about doing something new and then I let go of anything old I've done. I
That's what
say.
I'm. Yeah.
Having said that, what like you might find is a bit more fun is like rather than like taking on a massive task of I'm gonna make this massive game with loads of things. Hi Ali. And you might find it's a bit more fun to do smaller things, like do something made for one lesson, like a little game
Yeah,
made.
I like the kind of like what I've done so far with like the different chapters and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But it would be good to just, especially for the radicals, potentially to like limit it to that chapter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll come back to it next
Cool.
week once I'm free from the shackles of my university deadlines. I will be bored.
You can take a week off as well. You can have a chill unless you're like, I don't take weeks off.
No, no, got that special brand of autism.
Can't relax.
Just like, oh, relax.
Cool. Well, you're always welcome to do like a one-off kind of mini game. Literally, like if you're like I need to study lesson 24, make a lesson 24 game, a random game literally just for lesson 24.
And I
Come
love
on.
just figuring out problems, so it's just a lot more fun for me.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. Hey, konbanwa. Oh, Aizu, where on earth is that? Aizu Wakamatsu shi. No, I think it's still morning. Um, Aizu? I don't know where that.
Waka?
Anyway, yeah, Waka. That's what I was kind of thinking. Wakamatsu, Waka. I don't know where that is. But yeah,
All I'm
it's
thinking of Waka is when we cycled, there was a place called Waka, which is like a somewhere you could put your bikes and you could
oh,
sleep.
it's in Fukushima. I've actually never been to
Ah.
Fukushima. I actually haven't really been very far up Japan. I always head downwards like towards Fukuoka.
naughty.
I know. I think it's because I always think, oh, it like going up is so close to Tokyo. I can do that easily, so I haven't done it.
Mm.
Okay, well, if your Japanese is any better than mine, Ali, I'm very sorry for my pronunciations to come, but I swear, apart from pronunciation, we're pretty good at this. Okay.
I'm not. So
Yeah.
the bar is very low. The bar is very low.
Okay, stroke. I'm getting scared. I'm like, if you're in Japan, I'm like, what if I'm gonna get judged? Okay, cool. So stroke order. One. And always with anything sun, it's gonna probably go like this. Ooh,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
using
yeah,
my
yeah.
finger here. So 2,
Yes.
3, 4.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah, that's what I always draw it. Okay.
I dislike. Okay, now I'm terrible and still learning. That makes me feel so much better. Good.
You can stay, Ali.
So I always want to do this one with person, the person part first. It is
That's
not.
literally what I just did.
No, it's this part
No way.
and then that.
There's got to be some significance of that. That's so
Yes,
interesting.
the significance is the fact that everyone wants to do that part first, so they don't do it like that. What I
So
as-
interesting because it's like a person with a mirror. So you're drawing the mirror first and then drawing the person. And without the mirror, you'd have no reflection.
yeah, maybe even the person is holding something up, holding a mirror up and reflecting the
Nice.
sun to set something on fire.
Everyone's dying.
No worries. I'm a master's student and my university course in English, so you are way good in Japanese. Thank you. What I assumed with this one, and we'll never know the answer, is that it probably looks better. Like it might be easier to like section it out, maybe if you do it the correct order. So maybe like by doing this part first, maybe it's just easier to get it like all aligned. I say that as if I'm not writing it with my hand.
Yeah.
So that is my guess there.
Cool.
We then have broke. Broke. We then have broke. Brush and stroke, broke. We then have brush stroke. Well, I was in, I'm gonna go off tangent here. I was in class once. My teacher, who I wasn't a big fan of anyway, made me read something out. It was an English class. We were reading some book. And I guess I took something from the line below and it said as long as a fiddle. And I was like, as long as a middle finger. And she made me sit down and didn't let me read ever again. I was like, I wasn't doing that, was not on purpose. Leave me alone.
That's torture.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for me. I was really happy about it, to be fair.
When I read in like the most freaking monotone voice.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah,
they're like, we're not gonna.
We're not letting her read. She's just like, and then there was this thing and that happened and blah 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 blah. Because I'm so focused on the words. But if you let me read it by myself for a second and then I read it, I can put the flair on it. But it just takes my brain a little minute to process that extra.
The flair comes at an extra charge.
Yeah. Yeah. The flair's my avocado.
Okay, this one. I thought that was your stomach then.
No, that was just my growl. Sorry, that was the voice.
Okay, we don't do that next. We do the line. So 2. I knew it. You did it wrong. 2, 3.
Make the box.
4.
No.
It feels like you should make the box. 5, 6. Usually if we have a box, I can't always tell you about the horizontal, but it'll be like do. So if there's a middle line in between.
Exactly.
Sorry.
So that one's crazy. That one just acts up.
Then we have 1, 2.
Obama.
What we really want is a long top line there as well, so that it all goes under it.
So you want to do this, you want to make this, and then you want to do then you want to start the box.
Can I see what you're doing? Like, is that what you're saying? I don't think I can see you, like, ever for some reason.
Oh, well, I've got my camera on, so sorry.
Yeah, I think I could see you last time. For some reason I can't this time. which is
Options.
really strange.
Oh,
Open call? Does that...
options.
You definitely
There?
did share your camera. No, it's really weird. It happened when I started sharing for some reason. And
If
I'm...
you go to my little thing next to me, it should say show
Oh,
video.
I found you. Found you. Hey. Okay, there we go.
Exist.
Cool.
Oh
Okay.
my god, I'm double. Kill me.
Were you showing me something a second ago then? Like, will you show me what you wrote?
was. I'm
Okay.
really proud of what I wrote.
Sorry. Okay.
Can you bring up the page now? Because I
Yeah.
can see myself.
Well,
It's
let me
ugly.
just see. Okay. Sometimes I swear it like lets me
I didn't sign off on this view of me.
oh. Because sometimes I feel like last time it let me put you in the corner, but it's not doing that this time.
Hi.
Hey. But like it's really
Very
big.
big though.
Yeah. I don't want it to do that. let me drag you. Okay, well, that's not gonna work, is it?
Well, just believe I'm doing it.
I will. If you want to show me anything, just let me know. Hi, no, Rana. Look, I'm like, I can't read today. Like, go away. Not you. I mean, leave us. There we go.
Showing off that I'm just hovering.
Oh, Kerala. Oh, nice. It's from India, Kerala. I've heard it's really pretty. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing kanji today. Okay, so I'm saying long line on the top, then we start the box,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just stop the box, and then we do other lines, and then we do another line, and then we do this, then we do this, then we do this. I'll send this to you.
So 1, 2. This kanji means brushstroke / picture, just answering some comments. It's combined with one of the other kanji we've learned today, or we will not we will, we were. What am I doing? I'm like telling you I can't talk and like I tried to talk and like do the kanji. It's basically we're gonna learn to write movie and movie theatre to get today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I was saying that what we really want is we want this line to be longer, to kind of like enclose the rest. It wants to be under the umbrella there.
I've made it super girthy, unfortunately.
Okay, next one. This
That's a horrible word. That was so bad to describe it. Can you explain to me what the radicals mean, or no?
We're not today.
Okay.
You're like, we'll study those a tiny bit more. No, I can come back next week and tell you what I mean. For fun.
It's good because then we can revisit them. We can revisit the kanji from last week with the radicals.
I also feel like I'm learning having to do because like I said, I never really learned the radicals. I just learned the kanji as they were.
Exactly. Yeah. So we learn as we go.
Yes. It's a learning experience.
Building. This is a busy one. This looks busy.
It is. How to write kanji, how to write Rashida in kanji. I actually, so just let me answer this person's comment. If you wanted to learn to write your name in kanji, I would actually, I'm not Japanese, I'm from the UK. I would ask someone from Japan how to do it. Until then, you would write it in katakana, which is the font used for writing foreign words. I have a kind of lesson on this. I think I have how to write your name in Japanese, so you can go and watch that. It's somewhere in my videos, I don't know where. And if you're actually looking to, if you don't know any Japanese at all, I think my playlist, just Japanese lessons or something, starts at like the first lesson. I want to kind of go back through and like redo them because I think some of them, I think I've gotten better at doing them, and I think I could do the first lessons better now. But yeah, you can start on the first lesson of beginners Japanese playlist, and it will go through all of the basics. And you can also, like, my website has a few free pages and it's all on there as well. Okay, let's go. So this one means building. Technically could also mean palace and so on. You maybe so it's this one could also mean palace and so on. I chose building because it was the most like representative of all of the kanji's meanings. I don't like to put every single meaning for the kanji on there. I like to put the most important / importance. Importance. the most important one/ones. I was like, wait, I've changed the wrong word into a. But yeah, so we have like the little roof at the top. 1,
Yeah.
2, then 3. Am I gonna get this the right way? 4,
Mm-hmm.
5,
Mm-hmm.
6, 7. That's all one stroke.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how this one's done it as 2. I actually really like how that looks, like 1, 2. But it is one stroke, I believe.
Okay.
And then
It's
8.
cheeky that it's different for the typed ones, but yeah.
Yeah, different fonts.
Yeah.
But yeah. Can you tell us Japanese meanings as well? So we'll go over some words and you'll see like the kanji in use. I also upload these as video lessons. So if you want it in a bit more detail, or like if you want it to go a bit faster and you can study at your own pace, you can watch the videos. This one I haven't got, but I do have some like easier ones and so on. So, and I will have this one in like the next week or two. Okay, next part. Little roof, again, little dot. 1, 2. Whenever we have a little roof, it's usually like that or something like that. It's always that stroke order. A lot of these, the reason for people do like radicals is because you write them the same. A lot of the time you write them in the same stroke order. Okay, let me get this one right. I have a strange feeling. It's the line first.
No.
I have a strange feeling.
I'm so shocked.
Because I agree. I want to go.
Yeah. That's just my instinct. That's my instinct.
We're gonna.
And then you don't want to tag it on.
No. I. You know what? We're gonna do it the way we just did it. But I have a strange feeling this is one that I didn't like. Because I feel like it was like it literally went like B.
Like a big old. Like,
yeah.
Like a big old bottom. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Chinese is from so kanji originate in China, but they're how the Japanese use them. I also have a lesson on that. I think it's kanji explained. So yeah.
Promo.
Yay, little lesson on
It
that.
will be linked in the eye, or whatever they say.
Okay, so words that we want to know. First one is my parents. Oh. No, this is not done. Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
like what?
So first word is gonna be movie.
I was like, what?
It's because I had a it's because I had a student that knew the like this was a bit too easy for them, so I wanted them to guess it, so I didn't bother changing it. So eiga is the first word that we can write with these kanji.
Interesting. Okay. Mirror reflection and brush/painting. Stroke.
It's like a mirror painting, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
reflective
like
painting. Oh, yeah. I guess painting and reflection. Yeah.
Of society.
Ooh, I like that. I don't like that. just like, ooh, I like that.
I love that noise. Sorry, that was for the boys. Sometimes noise comes out of me, and I realize it's for the boys.
Okay, we then have really similar cinema. I always confused him. Hidari kanji. Is there any easy way to remember? Migi hidari. How would I have remembered that?
Oh, Migi versus
hidari. Yeah, so the kanji look quite similar. Do you know their kanji? So like Migi hidari. Any easy way to remember that?
I find that the one I've just done it as like the one with the box. I'm pretty sure is the left, isn't it?
Maybe. Okay, if you're good enough. No, so the box is actually the right. If you're good enough at English, like I think you said you're from India, so I'm sure it's fine. You could think of it as like right as meaning correct, and you tick the box for correct. Maybe I don't know. That's all I can think of. I wouldn't say it's like a foolproof one or like even a great one. But maybe you tick the correct box. That you tick the right box. So the one with a box is right. That's all I can think of
Mhm.
off the top of my head. Okay, cool. So this here is movie, like cinema. So you've literally got cinema, you've got theater here, you've got movie here, and then you have building, which is cinema.
Mhm.
I do actually want to make mnemonics at some point. I think it'd be really fun. I just trying to draw them would take a lot of time.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
Right.
okay, these will not match what we want them to match.
Right.
I might even just move them to the side and see if you can get them. Please read.
Ega kan de ega o mimas.
Cool. I watch a movie at the cinema. Please read. Got a little day of the week there. Whilst you try and figure that one out, I'm gonna answer a question. What's the difference between kanji and hiragana? I have this in detail on my website, so go and check that one out. But it's basically kanji are the more complicated one, and there's thousands of them, and hiragana is more like an alphabet. Okay, what is it?
Shit. I think is it Thursday? Thursday time for a movie?
Tuesday.
Dang it! Tuesday for a movie, yeah? I went to watch a movie on Tuesday.
That is a dog hair on my screen because I have a dog. Lovely. But yeah. Cool, there you go.
Is it Getsuyobi?
It is Kayobi. Ka.
Oh no, Getsuyobi's Monday. Getsuyobi Kayobi?
Yep,
That's right.
Kayobi. Yep, Tuesday.
Okay, Kayobi ni ima de. So you're gonna watch a movie in your living room
Mhm.
on Tuesday.
Mhm.
Ega o mimas.
Yeah, cool. Kayobi ni ima de eiga o mimasu. Me like, what is this?
Mm.
Okay, harder one. What I will do is I'm gonna give you this whole
Don't
word.
give me anything. Don't give me anything.
You won't
So
know
I'll
that
cheat.
word, but you can. I can not give it to you if you
cheat.
want. Okay.
Cheat.
Okay, go cheat.
Okay. Is that Saturday? Doyobi?
Yes. But now I don't know if you're cheating, you know.
I'm genuinely not.
Okay.
Look at my hands.
Okay. I can't. You could literally be sat here like showing everyone that you're Googling it right now, and I couldn't do anything about it because I can't see.
How evil that would be. I would still get it wrong with these signs. So stupid. Okay, so on Saturday, the Japanese language.
Mm-hmm. No. I don't know.
Japanese,
Oh yeah, so that is in there. Yeah. Nihongo.
Nihongo. Hang on. So I didn't do something on Saturday.
So some arimasen deshita. So arimasen is something exists.
Arimasen. Doesn't arimasen mean something isn't there?
Oh yeah, sorry. So
Or is it
arimasu
something?
means something exists. That's me just like not paying attention to what I'm saying. Arimasu.
So arimasen deshita means something wasn't there
Yes.
on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So on Saturday, I went to something Japanese.
Mm-hmm. You won't notice kanji. This was one I put in for my previous student. However, I'm gonna give you some clues.
Something building.
This middle one is to write. So something about writing.
Library?
Yeah, toshokan.
Toshokan. All right. Dayobi ni toshokan de Nihongo
Mm-hmm.
no Nihongo no hon.
Mm-hmm.
So Nihongo no hon ga arimasen deshita.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do it right?
Yeah. What does it mean?
Spectacular. On Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
in the library, there was no Japanese books.
Yeah, there's no Japanese books. Cool. Okay, if you have a pen and paper and want to send me the pictures when you're done, we can do these as well. I'll kind of let you choose. It's good to get some practice in.
Tanjobi ega with my family. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what family is.
Kazoku.
Kazoku. So you say on my birthday, so you say anata tanjobi wa kazoku ni?
So you've gone a bit wrong there. So remember, anata is you.
Oh yeah, so so it would be, I wouldn't even need to say that, I'd just say tanjobi, wouldn't I?
Yep, that's
I wouldn't
fine.
say my birthday.
Yep.
Tanjobi wa kazoku ni. Then would you say cinema? And then would you say I watched a movie?
Yeah, you're getting the order pretty much correct there. I would say change some of the particles there. I can give you some clues, or I can just tell you change some of the particles there.
Tanjobi. Because my birthday, is my birthday the subject?
It could be. So what I'll say is, like, for that one, it could be. I would go for ni, like on my birthday. However, it's not wrong to say wa. Like, depending what we're talking about here, it could be. As for my birthday, this is what happened.
Yeah, so like as for my birthday, with my family, I watched a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you'd say it?
Yes.
So you'd say tanjobi ni?
Yeah, I prefer ni there.
Kazoku de?
So
No,
that's
not de.
on my family.
On my family. So could you say tanjobi de?
No.
Kazoku ni? That wouldn't sound right, would it?
No. It definitely tanjobi ni sounded good there, or even wa. It's the with my family you're getting a bit wrong.
Oh?
To, yeah.
Yeah.
With.
Okay, sorry.
Family and
yeah,
family with.
Family and, that's it. That's where I get confused. Yes, I'm saying in my family.
In my family.
On my birthday, in my family.
Inside of my
At the
family.
cinema. Because you're saying inside the cinema I watched a movie, right?
Yes.
So you're saying ni eiga kan. No, yeah?
Yeah, so I would say eiga kan de. This is actually not what I've done with you yet. This is where I was kind of like, it's kind of annoying.
Sweating.
Making it really hard. So this is actually where it's a bit hard. So this is kanji study is a bit hard because you technically haven't studied these sentences yet. You've not studied the grammar for it. So it's really annoying because I want to put the kanji into the lessons so that you can start studying it straight away. What I might end up doing is putting it at the end of the lessons. I don't know. But you haven't studied this grammar yet.
Tanjobi
Mm-hmm.
ni.
Mm-hmm.
Ni.
Mm-hmm.
Kazoku de.
Mm-hmm. Kazoku to.
Kazoku to.
Mm-hmm.
Eiga ken de.
Mm-hmm.
Eiga ga mimasu.
Eiga o mimasu.
Eiga o mimasu.
Yeah, perfect. Do you want to try and write that, or?
Absolutely not, girl.
Okay.
I can write. It can be my homework. Let me write down.
Yeah.
On my birthday, I watched in hiragana and kanji.
So I've highlighted the words there that you should technically be able to write in kanji.
Okay.
To be fair, you've not done all of those words. Like, you haven't done mimas, so like the kanji lesson for it. But I feel like you probably could figure that one out.
That's the eye, the one that kind of looks like an eye, right?
Yeah.
On its side.
Yep.
Okay.
An eye with legs.
Yeah. An eye because it's doing.
Yes. This one is a little bit harder, but you again technically do know the words for this one. I drank apple flavored soda at the cinema.
Okay. So the subject is the cinema, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it eiga kan ni?
So you actually don't need a subject here, really. Again, we've not done the grammar for it. I'm going to give you a clue. Eiga kan, I'm going to tell you. Eiga kan de.
Eiga kan da.
Mm-hmm.
Ringo?
Yep, ringo.
No soda?
Mm-hmm. So this one, like, we have a few options. I've specifically put flavored because you know the word for flavor. We actually did that one, which is aji.
That.
So
Aji.
ringo aji no soda.
Ringo aji no. Okay, so it's not ringo no aji soda. Okay. 'cause
This
it's a
one
flavor.
annoys me because I feel like ringo no aji soda. Also, I don't know. I like actually.
Yeah.
I sit there and I'm kind of like, how would I natively put that? But the one that I lean towards is ringo no aji soda.
Ringo no aji soda.
I bet I'm wrong. I bet I'm gonna check that, and it's actually gonna be completely wrong.
And it's
Let's do
all
it. Let's do it. Let's check it.
right?
Yep. So o nomimasu.
Okay, cool.
I actually have the answer to that one in that lesson, which I believe is this one.
Don't worry, I blanked you out so people can't cheat.
It's
Even though literally everyone speaks better Japanese than me.
apparently to me. Okay, sakura no aji. No.
Sakura no aji.
I was literally thinking that as I said it. That's why I was like, I need to check that one because no. Wait, is that what I said?
Yeah, you did say that. You said
Damn it.
ringo no aji.
I just
You say
convinced
ringo
myself I was
aji
wrong.
no.
I was just like,
No.
I'm wrong. No, I was right. Ignore me.
Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape.
Me like getting ready to like explain that I'm wrong. I'm not. Okay, but yeah, cool. So I drank apple flavored soda. Watashi wa, if you want to add the watashi wa ringo no aji soda. Oh, at the cinema, me like even doing this one wrong. So 映画館でリンゴの味ソーダを飲みました。
Exactly.
Cool. Again, you actually, I don't think you've done drank, but I made this lesson really quick, so anyway.
And I'm doing okay.
You are.
Because I was in Japan, I was genuinely like, that's the two things I really knew I needed to learn.
Yeah.
To
drink.
Like when people say, what do you want to drink? What do you want to eat?
Yeah.
The funniest thing is me asking for like ramen without meat or fish. And they were like, yeah, we took the meat and fish out, but it's still made in meaty broth for you, babe.
Oh, they were just like, just for
you.
you.
Just for you, we took the meat out, but there's still bits of meat around in there. Just ignore them.
Just ignore them. Okay, my older sister's birthday is in spring.
God, I'm really bad with like sisters and brothers, mainly because I hate all of them. But
so I remember brother. Yeah, so this is kind of bad, but I think of older sister like because it's Anne as like girls being annoying horse girls. Because you don't really get annoying horse boys, so ne.
That's valid. That's actually really good.
I mean, you might get annoying horse boys, but it's sorry if there's anyone on here who is a horse girl. It's not that I dislike you.
It's not a gender binary.
Yeah.
To be annoying.
But in this case, it is.
But in this case, Anne. Yeah. Okay. So you say Anne no tanjobi wa. Is it naka? No, that's outside.
Haru. I just like, in case there is a horse girl listening, you help me study, so thank you.
Nah, I hate all horse girls.
Okay. Fine.
Horse girl slander.
Anyway, carry on. Haru.
Des.
Yep, cool. So, Anne no tanjo. I love how I lost all of my listeners. Anyway, all horse girls. So, Anne no tanjobi wa haru desu. Cool. Let's do this because why not? And then we're about done. Mainly, I would actually continue on and show you the like actual lesson part of this lesson, but my throat has been horrific for like the past week, so.
And we've been online for an hour, we're good.
Oh, damn. Really? Okay, cool. Great. Okay, so we have similar kanji test. Which one is parents/relatives? I don't even know if I've done this lesson with you, so you can just do a lucky dip if you want.
I think it is the one on the left.
Ding, ding, ding. You're wrong.
Sorry, I mean bollocks. British.
100.
100. Okay, that's the one on the left.
It is. Character slash letter.
Middle or right?
Right.
Two.
Right.
Right.
Person.
Left.
Yep. Cool. We'll call it there for today.
Yay!
Yeah. Have fun with your finals.
No!
Just to remind you, send you back into it.
Oh, I literally have to do that when I finish this.
Oof. Cool. Okay,
Thank you so much. See you next week when I'm less stressed, hopefully.
When is your like final?
I have an exam on the 15th.
Oof. Okay, enjoy.
I have three submissions next week. So.
Oof. Oof. Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And bye everyone. If you did need extra like help with any of that, you can go to my YouTube and I have a load of just like pre-recorded lessons. So yeah, have a nice day. Bye.